guys, Algebra 34, we're going to do part 2 of the quiz review. The fourth component of your, oh my god, hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Usually, whenever I disconnect the projector, it tends to wig out on me. Sorry about that. So, the fourth component of the quiz is going to be graphing. Alright, and so there's going to be a lot of graphs on the quiz. There's probably going to be the main component of the quiz. If I give you guys a few sample problems, hopefully you guys will be able to do them. If I give you some kind of like y equals negative 2x plus 6, I might give you something in standard form, 3x minus 2y equals 12. I'll leave you guys a little bit of space here and give you guys an even harder one. X over 2 minus y over 5 equals 1/3. And don't forget, there will be a system of inequalities on the quiz, and that's not supposed to be like that. 1/3 x plus 5, and then y is less than 2x plus 1. So go ahead and hit the pause button if you have to, and see if you can do these before checking the answers, and then unpause it, and then we'll keep going. So with number 1 here, I'll do it in red. I'm going to go and just draw my graph. And again, you will be given graph boxes on your test, so you don't have to worry about accuracy or anything like that. I'm just going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to move down 2 to the right 1. That would be a slope of negative 2. So marginally, your graph should look like that. With this, I can graph either by changing forms, or I can convert, or rather by changing forms, or I can find my standard, sorry, I'm tired. I can find my x and y intercepts. That's what I'm trying to find. Sorry, it has been a long day, so I apologize for that. So I will do that, and I'm going to do this. Okay. That's going to go away. 3x equals 12, x equals 4. And then that's going to go away. Y equals negative 6. Okay, again, I do apologize for any hesitation. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. All right, so my x-intercept is 4, which means it's at 4, 0. My y-intercept is at negative 6, so it's at 0, negative 6, which is kind of down here. Your line should look kind of like that. Okay, number 3. Before I graph this thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and subtract x over 2 from both sides. Negative y over 5 equals negative x over 2 plus 1/3. I'm going to multiply everything by negative 5 to get y by itself. So what I get is y equals, see, negative 5 into here will give me 5 over, oops, that looks like an 8. 5 over 2x plus, or rather minus, 5/3. So graphing this thing is going to be really, really kind of a pain, but it's doable. Okay, 5 over 3, that's kind of like 1 and a little bit more, so it's just 1 and a little bit more here. And then up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right 2. Your graph should look somewhat like this. All right? Last one, system of inequalities. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this first before getting to the system of inequalities. Remember, I'm graphing 2 lines, so I need to make sure I do that, and as well as find the shared shading. So I'm going to graph these in 2 different colors. The first one is going to be in red. I go up 5. Up 5, and then I move up 1 to the right 3, and then up 1 and to the right 3. And remember, I have a dashed line here because I'm not greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. And my shading on this is going to be below because y is less than all of this stuff. So my shading is going to be below. Okay, let's switch colors here. Let's switch to blue. This graph is in blue. Y equals 2x plus 1. I'm going to go up to 1. I'm going to go up 1, 2 to the right 1, up 1, 2 to the right 1. And then remember, this is also a dashed line because it is not less than or equal to. This is less than, so we are going to be below. So we just need to figure out where the shades intersect. And they intersect in this bottom section here. They intersect in this bottom section. So this is what you were looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and go over the next section. Or the next sets of graphs, rather. Sorry. The next sets of graphs are going to look like this. We did 4 graphs, so 5, y equals absolute value of x plus 1 minus 3. Let's go with y equals 3, or negative 3, absolute value of x minus 4 plus 1. Again, hit the pause button, see if you can beat me to it. But basically, on an absolute value graph, please remember that what happens inside the grouping symbol is actually opposite your intuition. So if we have something dealing in absolute value of x plus 1, it's really to the left 1, and outside of your parentheses is going to be with your intuition, so it's going to be to the left 1, down 3. And this one has a normal rate of growth like that. Here, this graph has a couple things happening to it. We have a horizontal and a vertical shift. And also, it's going to be growing 3 times fast, and it's facing upside down because of this negative. So we're going to move to the right 4, up 1, and it's going to be upside down, really, really skinny. Much skinnier than the one we have over on number 5. Okay, the last thing. So those are your graphs for this quiz. The last thing is what we studied today, systems. Don't worry, you will not be asked to solve any systems by graphing. I'm not that cruel. But let's see if we can't cover these algebraically. 2x plus 3y equals 10. And then x plus 6y equals 32. I'll give you guys number 7 as well. B will be 7x minus y equals 35, and then y equals 5x minus 19. Again, hit the pause button, see if you can do this without me. With letter A, I would say that because they're both in standard form and they look relatively similar, it would be easier to use elimination. I'm going to multiply the bottom by negative 2. So what I get for my top is 2x plus 3y equals 10. This bottom will become negative 2x minus 12y equals negative 64. Those are going to get out of there. I have negative 9y equaling negative 54. Divide both sides by negative 9. Y equals 6. I'm going to pump that into the top equation here. That means it's 2x plus 3 times 6 equals 10. 2x plus 18 equals 10. 2x equals negative 8. X equals negative 4. And you're done. B. Because one of them is already in slope-intercept form, I'm going to take this and pump it into y. So I get 7x minus parentheses 5x minus 19 equals 35. Distribute my negative. 7x minus 5x plus 19 equals 35. 2x plus 19 equals 35. 2x equals 35 minus 19. That's kind of hard for me, so I'm going to get 16. X equals 8. Okay, let's pump it into the bottom one. Y equals 5 times 8 minus 19. 40 minus 19 is, not 40. y equals 21. And that's as far as you need to go. So, recap what's going to be on the quiz. 1. Actually, hang on for a second. Okay, to do a final quiz recap, we covered today in class absolute value equations and inequalities. Please remember to check your answers when you have variables on both sides of the absolute value equation. 2. Writing the equation of a line given certain circumstances. Sometimes the slope will be given, sometimes you'll have to find the slope, sometimes x and y intercepts will be given, and sometimes you'll have to find the slope of a line parallel or perpendicular to another line. You will have to graph linear and absolute values, and I should also add, you have to graph systems of inequalities to find shared shading. 4. Systems. Lots of them. Substitution or elimination, whichever one you feel is best. Number 5 will be a very, very mean bonus question. All right? Good luck studying. See you tomorrow.